So this is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up, what up, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let's start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. We are well over 1,000 shows. We thank you guys for getting us to that point. You know, we've made a lot of changes, got new people. Steve Edwards, he's come in with the epilepsy awareness. And, you know, we gelling right now. Okay, tonight is the relationship roundtable. And, I'll be damned. I didn't know all these people was coming through. All right, for real.
I told you. I told you.
30,
I say Natalie gonna show up and show out.
You didn't tell me 30 folks was coming on. You didn't tell me 30
I tried to warn you.
But they're 31 now. But it's all good. It's all good because
it's gonna be a hot show tonight.
Yeah, but some people ain't gonna get on. So I'm gonna have to get off because we only got 10 spots. But it's okay. It's okay because it's all about the conversation. It's a relationship roundtable with a little twist. We got a bunch of guests on here tonight. A bunch of people that, you know, we always make the disclaimer that if you listen to us, well, if you listen to me, your relationship gonna be jacked up, all right? But tonight,
this is information they can use tonight. So y'all get your pens and your paper, take notes. You can use this information. You know, every time after our relationship show, we always tell you guys, you know, it might not be a good idea to take, you know, our tips from us. But tonight, you can actually get tips you can use. What's happening, Psychedelic Shoe Man?
Man, Gina, we'll leave that alone. What's up, Gina? Hey, G. And G, you a shoe man, boy. It was a hard morning this morning, man.
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 It's been a decent day today. Decent day. So, Gina, I don't know how we're going to do this because we got 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 other people other than the cast here, okay? So I'm probably going to dip out so that, you know, because you're familiar with the people. But I talked to Dr. S. Marie earlier. Saw Natalie on there earlier, okay? Always good to see Natalie. Before I dip out, I'm still gonna get some of these wonderful people on, but I gotta remind everybody at the beginning, this is the week. The Distinguished Officers Guild is Friday. This is the week. Need everybody there. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Let me start off by bringing our friend on here. What's up, girl? Natalie.
Our romance expert. Our romance expert.
The romance expert.
Do I have to bring Natalie on? Because it looked like he's frozen.
I just did.
No, you didn't.
You better quit.
No, Natalie is not on. Do you see
right
her?
there? I'm looking at her.
You're not looking at her.
I'm looking at her.
I mean, he might be looking at her. We not looking at her.
We not.
Put her back on. Let's try it again. See, I don't know. We've never had this many people in the background, so StreamYard could be.
I just put her on. I put her on. I got you on that. Natalie, we're gonna cut his fingers off.
Thank you, Gina.
So Gina,
I don't know what he's doing.
Put you on too. It's a bunch of stuff going on this side. Okay, so I did my job. All right, Gina gonna quit. You don't get enough of calling me out on the air. All right, she gonna get enough of that. Okay, but anyway, all right.
You call me out all the time, Greg.
All the time.
That's me. That's my anyway.
God bless you.
Bless you.
Get your own. Hey, Natalie Murphy, get your own damn show. Anyway,
she does. That's why she got 30 people on here.
There you go, Gene. I'm gonna dip out, all right? Because I'm tired of getting talked to. I'm dipping out. All right, you go ahead and do this. No, the only reason I'm dipping out is because there's a lot of people I want to get on. Okay, so everybody, I'm gonna be listening. When I need to pop in, I'm gonna pop in. All right, so this is the relationship roundtable with a little twist. Okay, we got experts on here that can tell you guys how to move in the right direction to get your relationships in check. I don't even. Gina, start bringing them in. Okay, up to 10 right quick.
Yes, we're going to bring on all the guests because I know tonight's show is going
we got doodles or something coming on.
We want to give you guys all the time that's available so that we could talk about melanin and marriage. I love the time.
You know what? Hey, Greg, excuse me, Gina. Hey, Greg, I'm gonna do what you do. I'm gonna back off a little bit and jump back in because y'all on them different subjects.
Yeah, we want to get them on. We want to get everybody on.
Yeah, no, we just want to get everybody. You know, we want to get everybody in.
Let's go find your shoes, Steve.
Hey, Gina, that was hard this morning. I jumped up and I was on my way to physical therapy, and I live in Noblesville. I live 2 hours from Lake County, and I was 20 minutes from Lake County when I realized I had 2 different shoes on this morning.
No.
I mean, and I really did have to. I mean,
it crashed when I saw that picture. I said, "You checked the picture," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, hold up, damn."
Man, it was truly an accident,
and it wasn't no little color. Them ones had some color.
All my shoes got color in them.
Bam, bam, bam. You could not pay attention to them. But
did you get dressed in the dark, Steve?
Huh?
Did you get dressed in the dark? What happened?
I mean, I grabbed the shoes in the dark. Yes, I did. I grabbed the two shoes that was left and right nearest the bed.
Wow.
And I realized that I had a New Balance and a Nike on.
No.
When hey, but I killed it. You know, I'm like, should I go buy some shoes? Hey,
look,
I noticed
that now. They are rocking shoes like that now.
I noticed more than other people did. Like, let's get back to the relationship roundtable.
Yes, let's bring our guests on because I want them to dig deep and dirty into this subject. Next, we're going to have Dr. Marie Moore. Welcome, beautiful.
Hello. How are you guys?
All right, how are you?
Awesome. Right. I'm loving that hat she rocking.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having us.
Next, we're going to bring on Reverend Pat Flowers. Welcome.
Hello.
You're going to tell us the good side of relationships, right?
What did you say?
You're going to tell us the good side of relationships, right?
Yeah, maybe.
He said, we'll see how the night go. Let's bring on Dr. Sparkle. I'm sorry, Mom.
Hey, Sparkle.
Hello.
Don't let Reverend Pat fool y'all. Don't let that Reverend, because it say Reverend in front of it. Don't let that fool you.
She say, don't let that Reverend fool you. Don't let that title fool you.
That's uncut right there. Uncut.
Very uncut.
She's warning us up front.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Keep it real.
And then put the word on top of it.
There you go.
Girl,
there you go.
I gotta get this one. And then we got to bring on Anthony because he's going to give us a different perspective. He's going to give us the man's point of view. So we got to bring you on so we can hear what Anthony has to say. Welcome, Anthony.
Hey, Anthony.
How you doing, Anthony?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Next we have Angela Lewis. Angela, how are you?
I'm awesome. Hey, everybody.
She's the queen of this thing.
Yes.
And then we have Coach, is it Illy?
Coach Illy? Yeah.
Uh-oh, we can't bring her on yet. So Steve, are you gonna
Yeah.
There we
I'm
go.
finna dip. Y'all
what
have a great
happened?
show.
Okay.
And get her on.
Okay, let's get Coach Coach Illy on. There's Coach Illy.
There she is.
All right, we almost done. Do we have any? Oh, we got Jamal Davis. Let's see if we
Can't get
can
them on,
Jamal
Janice.
on.
Can't get them on yet. 10 people.
Okay.
So let's start with
right.
the question and move it on.
Okay. So I want to know, and Angela, I believe are you the one who started this magazine?
Yes.
Started this podcast?
Yes.
Okay, tell us a little bit about the start of this.
So, when it comes to Melanin and Marriage, I just felt like we're in a season now where we need to start celebrating who we are, celebrating our relationships, celebrating our marriages, putting it out front so people can recognize that when you have a strong foundation, you're going to have a strong community. When you have a strong community, that just continues out. So we started with S. Marie and myself and Monica G. Roy, and we started with a podcast, which was the Melanin and Marriage podcast. But from there, I felt like, you know what, we need to have more voices, more input, more different opinions. And so we started the magazine, and all of these lovely people, it's a total of 12 of us that are, part of the magazine as contributing writers, and they bring it with good information. And it's really not just even for married people, because Dr. Sparkle comes on and lets us know that, hey, I might be single, but, and I'm gonna let her take it from there.
It's actually, yes, I'm single, but that means, yes, I have accepted I'm a single woman, but don't get it twisted. Just because I'm single don't mean I'm not living that abundant life. Don't mean that I'm sitting over here lonely. Oh, Polo baby. No, I am single and happy and joyful and all that. I live life to the fullness. It doesn't take a spouse to determine if you live the abundant life. And I want more single people to enjoy the season that they're in, because it won't be long. I mean, if God wants you to be married, he'll bring your spouse. If he don't, cool. I'm still gonna rock.
Yes. So I'm with you. That does not define who you are. The fact that you're not in a relationship, and I always say this: everybody is not meant to be in a relationship. They just
Definitely
not meant to be married. And so I'm glad that you could speak on that instead of people making you feel like it's something wrong with you.
Exactly.
What's wrong with her? She ain't got no man.
Yes, but Gina, let's think about it. If I wanted to be married, I could be married. I can go get them old. I can go get them young. I can go get them rich. I can go get them poor. I mean, like, somebody will marry me. I understand that. But I'm not looking for just somebody. It ain't no somebody. It's that one person is who I want to say yes to. And until that one person, I sit around here and enjoy this lovely life.
She's saying that with a chest too, man. She's saying that with a chest, boy.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, yes.
A lot of confidence. That's right.
Oh,
That's
yes.
right. Anthony, tell me your role in here.
Well, how you doing? My name is Anthony Banks, and I am bringing the spiritual aspect of relationships. Speak a little bit about and other aspects of relationships as well, but I'm mostly focusing on the spiritual aspects of relationships, just diving into not
Go ahead, we hear you.
a spiritual twist and experience into the mix of relationships. I'm not forcing anyone to choose a religion or anything of that nature, but I think the Bible is a great tool and a manual to learn from. And I use it as such. And, you know, it has a little twist to it, a little spice to it. Because I believe if you're married, you done waited all this time to do it the right way and get under God's covering to do all your godly business with one another. We can add a little Melanin and Marriage after dark with a spiritual twist to it.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you this. Does your advice, your expertise, does it go past like the standard relationship? Does it go into business relationships? Does it go into friend relationships? Does it go past the average man, woman, I love you relationships? Anybody can answer.
Of course.
Well, I think the basis of the magazine itself speaks specifically to marriage. However, the content of our contributors if you're using for myself, it varies. I mean, if you're using the spiritual aspect, I mean, that covers pretty much everything. Relationship.
Everything. It's every ship.
Yeah.
Not just marriage.
It is the foundation of relationships.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, we have businesses that we spotlight. We're talking about, like Sparkle said, Dr. Sparkle said, single relationships. We're talking about health and wellness, anything that you can think about when it comes to relationships, because it covers the whole thing. So when you talk about communication, when you're talking about, hey, when I get older and we're together, are you going to be there to take care of me? And what do I need to do to make sure that I'm healthy and being together? We have Dr. Francesco who comes on and talks about money in your relationship. So we cover a wide spectrum of stuff, because at the bottom line, end of the day, you don't know what is going to happen when you get connected, whether it's in business, whether it's in friendship, whether it's in kinship, whether it's in a sexual relationship, whatever that looks like, you're going to have to deal with communication. You may have to deal with money. You may have to deal with health. You may have to deal with romance, how to keep the fire hot, right? How to make sure that, y'all still feeling each other years later. What does that look like? So we bring it all together in one format where anybody can flip these pages and get something out of it.
And also, when you think,
I'm sorry, I just want to say one thing on that. A lot of people don't look that far ahead when they're dating. They don't look that far ahead as to, is the health still going to be there? What happens if it's not there? They don't look at that, and sometimes when it happens and you've been in this relationship, they don't know how to deal with it.
Yep. Well, I think that's the power of so many different voices, because you're exactly right. We're not dealing with a generation that thought like our parents thought. They had 52 years of marriage, 55 years of marriage. They're thinking on the short term, because in reality, the bigger the wedding, the greater they think the marriage is going to be. And that's not true. Because if you're not ready to be a wife, it doesn't matter if you spend $500,000, $10,000 on a wedding. The marriage is not going to work. So all of these different voices not only speak to if you're in a marriage, but what goes on within the marriage, because you have everything goes on within a marriage. You have emotional issues. We drag some of our trash into our marriages. We drag some of the things that burdens and all of that. So I don't think many people expect African-American magazines, like a digital magazine, to bring you all points of view. But if you picked up an Essence, wouldn't you see all of those things addressed? All those things affect us just like they affect our pillar people. You know what I'm saying? So why not address it in one digital magazine? So it's not just one perspective. It's everything that you imagine in a relationship, and as you get older and grow together, that's what we're attempting to address. So it's not just I'm going to marry.
Well, I have subscribed to the magazine, And one thing that pulled me to it is the different aspects that is actually in a relationship, whether it's the health, whether it's the finances, whether it's the love, whether it's the baggage. And this brings a light to all of that. But I want to ask Coach Illy, when do you step into that relationship? Is it before the problems, after the problems, or somewhere in between?
Well, you have to step in with starting with yourself, because love starts with self. If you don't start with self love, self-care, and healing, it's impossible to love someone else properly.
Can't do it.
So with me digging into divine femininity within a relationship, it digs a little deeper, because just like you said, it's most people don't think about relationships like that because they only think about the basics. And that starts with sex. It looks like, what's appealing to my eye? What's appealing to my ear? Do they smell good? You look at what turns you on. And a lot of times people say that men, start that, but women have it too. We want to smell something good to turn us on too. We want to look at something very appealing too. But it's not just sex. It's about the intimacy of sex, how creative you can be about sex. Divine femininity plays a very essential role in how we approach love. It's like a canvas of art and painting colors. What can you create on your canvas to make it magnificent? People don't think about it like that. How can it be more sexy? How can it be more intimate? How could one flow their positive feminine energy into a relationship? Because a lot of times, even with women, because women are always targeted about relationships. Especially Black women, because we doing melanin, right? Or even anything non-white. We have the social identity of, we go through the struggle, so we have this hard look, and we must work hard, be hard, and be tough and be strong. We are women. Sometimes we have to go so hard because nobody goes hard for us, and we do not know how to unpack that and turn into a soft woman when we come home, because we have to have 100,000 roles just to hold it together, to keep the ship moving. But if you learn how to love and practice self-care, you can identify with the intimacy within yourself, the feminine love within yourself, to say, well, let me turn on my own candle. Let me light my own candle. Let me get in my bath. Let me stop, because this is where boundaries come in. Let me stop, because when you come in the door, everyone is running to you. I want this, my dad. Could you do this for me? Could you do that for me? You need a minute when you transition through one part of your day to another. Say to yourself, could you give me a minute? Say to them, could you give me a minute? Take your minute and unload that masculine weight that you carry throughout the day, and say, hey, it's about me right now. I want to smell good. I want to feel soft. I want to be sexy. How many women say, Dag, I feel sexy today. I look sexy. Most women sit in a mirror and tear themselves apart. They will nitpick. Oh, look at my hair. Look at my eyes. Look at my face. Look at my teeth. Look, y'all tearing yourselves apart. That's what we do as women most times. So our minds automatically geared to the negative self-talk, the masculine stay in tough role. We are women. We are supposed to love ourselves. And then what we also do is we carry everybody else's weight and forget ourselves.
Oh,
we forget about who we are. We lose our identity. Hello, you was born on your born dates with a name and a birth date, and you were raised to journey through life to be you. Your identity is never to be erased. So don't allow anybody to erase your identity, to keep yourself in a space of loving with boundaries and putting feminine divine energy into yourself to flow within your relationship with your mates, because they may not have come with this flow properties either. So it's learning to love each other on a place of like I said, a canvas that you can create your own paintings and your own masterpieces.
Ooh, I love that analogy.
And
I
to
love that.
flow with each other, to have a balance
But you
within your
know,
relationship.
that's where I come in, and brother Jamal, you know, we bring a perspective. Sometimes you can over inundate a project with one perspective, and that's why for me, I said, you know what, I really think it'd be good to lend that male perspective that will balance out that energy that she's speaking of, and to even challenge a woman to release herself, you know, to that man, to submit herself to his compliments, and submit herself to, you know, that or surrender that masculine energy, you know, to allow him the opportunity to treat her with that feminine energy. And so, you know, we like to, you know, not come too hard, but come at a tone where, you know, we can be heard. And also to provide brothers a perspective that, you know, as she speak of also, that as Coach Illy speaks on also, that some brothers don't know how to love. And so we can bring a perspective to those brothers as well, to because the Bible says we should submit as well as we submit to the church. And so we want to bring that perspective, you know, to let brothers know that, hey, you know, you ain't soft, you know what I'm saying? You know, I know a lot of people, you know, you a simp this or simp that, you know, and you a beta brother, not an alpha brother, you know, but hey, it is what it is. You know, when you want to have a relationship, you can't come in one way. You know, you can't always cry in the dark.
I like that. Man, these different perspectives got me on the edge of my seat.
So
You guys
Gina,
are talking every end.
so Gina, I wanna make this like, because you know they got a lot of stuff to say. Okay, so we're not gonna have time to put it all in. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is like we'll ask a question, and anybody who wants to chime in, okay, chime in. Okay, we're not gonna ask any specific person to chime in, but anybody. We want you to guys to do your forum. Okay, you do a forum. You do a relationship forum.
So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna bring Mo, I'm gonna move you down for a second, and I'm gonna bring Jamal on because just for a second, Mo, you're gonna be back on. We're gonna move you down for a second because we want to hear Jamal's perspective. We gotta have a mix. We can't have all female perspective and just one male. Come on, we gotta get it all in there. So we're gonna move you down.
Bring in Jamal.
I'm coming from 30. I come from my end, but I'll be coming from 35 years of marriage. So,
oh yeah, that's why you coming back. And then we're gonna bring on Regina because we want to hear her perspective as well. So we'll move Mo for maybe 5 minutes, and then we'll bring you back because Mo does have a lot of experience. All right, so let's bring on Jamal so we can hear what Jamal has to give us input on this.
Great evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, Jamal.
My name is Jamal Davis. I'm from Tuskegee. Magazine that the chief and everything else has been a true amazing experience. It's from the male perspective. If you get into the first issue and carry it forward, our topic you.
Are we okay? I'm sorry.
Just like I earlier, you know, it's a lot of different facets to my thing is you have to repair the person inside. So if you take a look at yourself from within, this is what and
I think Jamal, I think you have some something going on. We hear every other word that you're putting out. Log off and log back on so that we can hear what you have to say. I can't hear you. Can anyone else hear what he's saying?
No, it's going in and out.
Yeah, it's some internet issues going on your end. So just log off, back on, and then in the meantime, I'll bring on Regina. It'll probably connect better once you log off. All right, so let's bring Regina on. You there, Regina? Hello, beautiful. Take your mic off of mute.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for
Hey,
having me
Regina.
on tonight. Hello. How are you guys?
Awesome.
Good.
Awesome.
I'm glad to be on
So
here. Hey, you guys look good tonight too, boy. I tell you what, I'm sitting back here
Oh,
getting all
the
hyped.
whole panel was good.
So do you, ma'am. So do you.
Let's have your input on this Melanin and Marriage.
Well, you know what? I think it's a great aspect of how we're going about it. Melanin and Marriage is, like you said, it's not really there's not many of these type of things that are out here to edify the Melanin culture. And just for me personally to be a part of this is amazing, because anything to uplift, anything to edify our people, I'm all for it. And for the aspects of you guys right now are on relationships, and so that's very important, because every relationship that you get into, there's something that you're going to have to compromise, whether it's compromising for the other one, for happiness or whatever. But the key factor is like, what kind of a teammate are you willing to be? Are you willing to be a teammate? Are you your opponent when you come down to it? You know what I'm saying? Because there's some things that it's always gonna have to be some type of a balance in it. There's not just one person's has to be this way, one person has to be that way. We have to be able to meet on an even ground in a relationship. And a lot of times, it's always sometimes, it's like one person will be like, well, it has to be my way, or you have to do your way. When basically, you know what, why can't we just come together and have an understanding of what it is to grow together? Because each one of us come from a different dynamics, whether you're getting married, whether you're in a relationship, each one of us have a different dynamic coming together, trying to incorporate those things, and it can kind of be sometimes, like, oh, wow, I didn't know this was coming from you, or you didn't know this was coming from me. And then to say, you know what, if I care about this person enough, then, hey, there's some things that I can change. There's some things that I could, to grow, because each one of us should be growing daily in something. But for me, I bring the wellness part of the contributing. So I'm a health and wellness lifestyle consultant. I believe in the whole holistic perspective of it. So as a lifestyle, as in a relationship, how is to be healthy? Number one, even, and people don't even understand this, even you're in a relationship, right? And for the health and wellness portion of it, even the things that we ingest, what we listen to, what we see, and what we eat can affect the clarity of how we deal with people. And a lot of people don't even understand it, because some of us could be at a traumatic stage in our life, unspoken things. But I'm not going to get too carried on. You guys will have to, get the magazine so you can get down to the nitty gritty. But I appreciate y'all having this on here. Thank you. We're humble, and we're gracious that you open up this platform for us. So thank you.
Awesome.
Indeed.
I have a question I want to ask directly to Natalie. I just want to know, Natalie, how did you find this awesome group of people?
Let me tell you,
we know you as romance book. Middle initial R is for romance. That's what we know you for. So how did you connect with the Melanin and Marriage?
Well, I actually, Dr. Stevens connected me to Angie and their Empowered Morning Show podcast. So I was on the show in February for, of course, Valentine's Day. And we had so much fun. Angie said, we got to have you back. We got to have you back. So they had me back. They still said it wasn't enough time, but we still had a great conversation. So when Angie, I guess when she got the idea, she pulled together the people who she felt would help her bring this assignment to fruition. And when I got the email that says, hey, I've got this idea. I want you to do your part as a romance writer. I went, whoa. Okay, so my immediate answer was like, yes. But then I was like, okay, hold on. I got to pray about this first. I can't get ahead of God. So I prayed about it. And the thing that came to me is, I've been telling people I'm in my ask season. It takes a lot for me to ask for help. And when this last book that I just released, I was struggling with how to do my launch and how to get it out there. And as I was praying, Holy Spirit said, ask. And I was like, ask who? And so he put it on my heart who to ask. And my launch party was amazing. And I was like, okay, I got you. So now I feel like he's flipped the script because I'm asking, people are asking me. So when Angie asked me, I was like, I got to do this. And this magazine is so amazing. You say you have yours, Gina, but let me tell you,
yes,
that first one, October issue, when I clicked that button for that envelope to open and this magazine cover came floating out with this beautiful brown couple and the music playing in the background, I was like, oh, yes, we got something right here. We got something right here. So it is my honor, Angie. I have not had a chance to tell you, but it's my honor to be one of the contributing writers to this magazine. And I'm having so much fun with it. And you're right, Gina. This is an amazing group of people. And as well as you, Gina, I feel honored to be in the presence of everybody that's on this screen, including Paul and Greg, even though they're not there right now.
He's still here. He's in the background.
He's in the background.
To give everybody an opportunity. He's still here. I'm telling you, the fact that the relationship is coming from all perspectives through marriage, from the viewpoint of marriage, from the viewpoint of dating, from the viewpoint of being single, from the viewpoint of the Bible. It's all in there. It's all in the magazine. It's all in what you guys are doing. I have a question for anyone who would like to answer. What do you see as the pitfalls in most marriages, I'm going to say?
Communication. Effective communication.
No
the unspoken thing, the unspoken word that should be spoken. Instead, we just sweep it under the rug and hopefully that it will change on its own. When you should have just take it face to face and say, hey, this is the problem. Why do we have a problem of communicating exactly what we want? Especially if we're grown people, we should be able to verbalize and say, this is what I want without being judged or lashed out on. So communication for me. Well, I think that the communication begins before you get the ring.
Thank you.
We have to set boundaries of what we're willing to do and what we are not willing to do before we even get in front of anybody. And if you don't, it's like I tell young women, if you don't like to cook, don't cook for him while you're dating him. Because you don't expect a full course meal and here you serving up tuna fish.
Right.
Some boys like, what happened to the pork and sweet potatoes
Exactly.
and greens?
And now you're giving them Fruit Loops for dinner.
Now you have attitude because now you calling your mama, your grandmom, and everybody telling, but he want me to cook. But you cooked to get him.
Right.
That's that representative showing up.
Yes. Yep. There you go.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean,
the representative wants everything, so they're going to show up like you want them to. Until you get it, then you think, okay, well, I don't have to do the same thing. But I think you put a comment up from somebody that says the same thing that you took to get them should be the same thing that you do to keep them.
And then if you tell me that's fraudulent. Right. That's fraudulent behavior, baby.
That's right.
Hey, Rachel.
I want the 35-year marriage person to give us some tidbits right now.
Well, actually, they hit on a couple of them pretty hard. You know, me, I'm a big communicator. I love to communicate, especially when kids are involved. You know, if you got kids involved in a relationship, it's very important that you include them in your relationship when you're talking to this person. That person that you're getting ready to spend the rest of your life supposedly with, or even a short-term relationship, you got to let them know how you want them to communicate with your children just as well as how you expect, you know. And a lot of people going in these relationships, and once the kids start getting disciplined, no, you can't discipline my kids. No, 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 no. You got to understand. You got to understand,
Exactly.
that, and you got to be very clear on what discipline means to you, because it might be two totally different things, to each other. Reason why I said we both were married actually previously for 10 years in our first marriage.
Gotcha.
And we met each other I was a single dad for probably about 3 or 4 years before I remarried. So, and before I met my wife and remarried. But we both had kids. She had 2 and I had 2. And the biggest thing I think that kicked us off as good as it did was communication. We talked about everything, and we could talk about it. That's one thing we found out. We could talk about just about everything. That made it even better. So that's my 2 cents, 35 years in and out.
That's good though.
Amen.
There you go. There you go. She rang the bell.
All right.
I want to hear Jared's input because he had something to say and we couldn't hear you. So let's go ahead and give you the stage right now.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Can y'all hear me better?
We hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. So back to what you were asking earlier, I do bring that other side. Then looking at
man.
It's still missing.
It's still issues.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going
Jamal,
on.
lean forward, closer to the device.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why it's acting up.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Okay, cool. So maybe it's a place for me to get close up on the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, I bring the other side of the male's perspective to the magazine along with Anthony, and looking at self-repair, self-motivation, and trying to get yourself forward in order to get into or stay in, right? Because a lot of people don't those things that we have internal, or if there's goals, we don't look at figuring out who you are as a person. But I also believe that, just like you guys said, with a relationship, biggest thing that I think the breakup or the breakdown for a relationship, communication is that long part, right? And where part comes from is that I think that I've done this long enough. I don't have to do this anymore. A couple of different things lead to that. That loss is something that feels a lot.
We still having issues with it.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what's going on. You go in and out. Sometimes it's fine. You could try logging on one more time. I'm not sure what's happening. It might be the area that you're in, or maybe changing rooms. But if we just we can hear you fine for 1 second and then you're gone.
Yeah.
So let's try logging again.
All right, I got you.
Just to kind of
But that's sound.
just to kind of go on what Mo was saying about communication. Everyone pretty much touched on communication. But I think one of the aspects of communication we don't necessarily talk about the most is lying to yourself. You know, a lot of times we lie to ourselves in order to make the next person feel better.
Hello.
And what we don't realize, when you lie to yourself, you create anxiety within yourself. And those anxieties will show up in hollering, screaming, and sometimes depression.
Oh yeah.
Because you're not being a voice inside your relationship. You're only being a partner to someone else's expectations. And so when we communicate, we have to communicate honestly, not to that person, but to yourself. If you don't like it, say you don't like it. If you love it, say you love it. If you mad, say you're mad. what I've learned, I'm kind of the opposite of Mo. I had a 35-year relationship prior to my second marriage. I'm in my first year.
Mm.
And so I had experience in being in a relationship from 18 to almost 45-ish.
Mm.
And so you kind of go into situations where you're growing with people. But in my second relationship, I wanted to, and I think this is one of the most important things as we venture into relationships in our middle ages. We need to really think about who we're going to date, because that person, or marry, because that person is going to make life choices if something happens to you to a point where you have to be ventilated.
Yep.
And so that's one of the things that communication is great, but I want to be able to have you make some decisions on whether or not they're gonna put a trach in my neck or
Right.
it's
Vital
something that I
decisions.
don't want. I need you to not be looking at my bank account, or trying to save my life.
Well, if he died, I would get $2 million.
Right.
Should
Would you say,
we put the ventilator on, or should we not put the ventilator on? Right.
But I
don't
have
put
to
that,
add to
don't put that damn
Anthony.
trick in there. It don't cost too much. It's gonna take away from the money.
Yeah, but I have to add to Anthony.
Yeah.
Some people don't even know that they lying to themselves. Like
Mm.
some
Oh,
people
that's
haven't
my
spent
thought.
enough
There you
time
go.
with
Exactly.
themselves to figure out them.
That's my
They
thought,
have went
Dr.
from
Sparkle.
relationship to relationship to relationship to
Yes.
relationship. Every Christmas they got a new boo.
Exactly.
They have done this that they don't even know who they are. So they're thinking they're coming into this relationship not lying to themselves when they don't know what the lie is, because they have been people pleasing. They have been pleasing the whole world for so long that
Instead of
saying
themselves.
I love myself is like
Right.
Greek. Like, yes, don't you see my hair is pretty? Don't you see my makeup is good? My outfit's good. They automatically go to the outer that I love me. No, what about that heart that's crying inside? Like, please spend a moment with me.
Right.
Please take a moment and just read about me. Like, learn about me. So I think, yes, the communication is lying, but people don't enjoy seasons in their life. They're so in a hurry to get to the next phase. Let me hurry up and get to this next phase. Let me hurry up and get to that next phase. If you sit your butt down in the season God has you in, you will be amazed how much you will learn in that season. Because if you don't learn the lesson, God doesn't repeat. It's going to come back around, and it's going to come back around, and it's going to come back around. So I say, take that moment and embrace you so that you don't have to go through this again. Like, loving yourself is the key, but how do I love myself? How do I choose me? How do I select? Like, what movie do you like? Some people don't even know what their favorite movie is.
It can't be a coming to
in
America moment. And I think that's where a lot of people are.
Yeah.
They want to come into America where whatever you like, whatever you want, whatever you're so eager to please somebody because you want them to choose you.
So bad.
You know what I'm saying? So
remember.
you forego what
Yeah.
you like. You know how many people eat chicken all the time and they really want seafood, but because this person don't eat it, that's all you're gonna eat too. No, you got.
Well, I gotta hear the flavor that Reverend Flowers put in there, because I know she's gonna put some seasoning on top of all of this. Come on, Reverend Flowers.
I think we have to think broader than just that person not knowing what they like or do. Some of us, most women, are conditioned to be in a relationship. We're conditioned to compete with one another from kindergarten, junior, high school, elementary, all of that. We're conditioned to be competitive against one another. Whereas the men are taught, you're good. If you get a woman, you're good. If you get 2, 3 women, you're good. The bigger the player, the more the man.
Yeah.
It's not how women are conditioned. That's why I think we are much harder on ourselves than men are, because we're told that we have to automatically compete with the girl next to us. If we want the football player, if we want the basketball player, if we want the whatever. So I think that conditioning goes a little bit deeper than I don't know I'm lying. No, maybe I'm responding because this is the way I was taught to think. And until you get where Illy talked about, to where you literally fall in love with you, and that may not be at 19, 20. For me, it was in my 40s. It may take us a minute to get to that point. But once you reach that point, you realize what your own standard is. Your standard isn't what mama wanted. Your standard isn't what your aunties expected. Your standard becomes quite different because now I know me. And I know somebody wants to speak, but I got to talk to Mr. Byron up in here. Who is Mr. Byron?
Byron!
Mr. Byron is talking on it.
Mr. Byron is talking some mess up in here.
Byron said many times one party is in love and the other party is in business. But he ain't lying.
Go to
That's true. That's true. But I
Yeah.
want to say this. That's because people in some relationships, and I'm sorry to cut people off, that hit me. So Reverend Pat, I'm so glad you spoke on Mr. Byron. But the thing is that people forget the purpose of a covenant. You forget the purpose of a covenant. So then you set unrealistic expectations. And then you have identity crisis, I like to call it, because you neglect self-development. Like Sparkle said, you want to sit here and look, oh, how do I look? Is my hair good? Is my hat right? But you're not thinking about your self-development. What are you bringing to the table? So whether it's a man or a female, it's not about your exterior. You have to work on that interior. And that's the purpose of a covenant, because you're trying to build, you're trying to design, build so you can thrive, not separately, but together. So when you forget that covenant, you get people in mindsets like that are just stuck, at 18, 15, when you really don't know what love truly is. So I just had to add that. I'm sorry to
Oh my God. We appreciate that. Listen, I'm telling you guys,
Man,
1
in a
hour was
relationship. We have to do
1
math.
hour was not enough for this. I'm telling you. Look, guys, listeners, viewers, get the magazine. I got my copy. Get yours. You're gonna hear all of this and some. And they talking the truth. Everything that they put out here, you deal with in relationships. They talk on everything that you're dealing with, and sometimes things that you don't even think about. You don't think about, I'm going to marry someone who has a different diet than I have. I dealt with that. My diet was totally different from my husband's when I met him. That is, and I knew one of us was going to change. Either he was going to come to my side or I was going to come to his side. But I didn't know what, But you don't think about those things. But that's something you have to deal with in relationships. And they talk about everything that you have to deal with all the way around in relationship. So Angie, tell them where they can get the magazine.
We're going to put a link in there for you all to subscribe. It comes out every month. So you got some goodness every single time. We launched the first issue last month in October. November the 1st, the second issue came out. And I'm telling you, I thought that the first issue was just amazing. The second one came out and gut punched and uppercut the first one. You hear me? It was just that good. So I want y'all to make sure, because it's only $36 to subscribe for 12 issues. So that's one issue a month for a year. Make sure you get it, because I'm telling you, every single issue is packed with something for somebody. And I tell you, it keeps getting better and better and better. I couldn't have asked for a better group of contributing writers. I'm telling y'all, they have came and knocked it out the box.
So, I mean, I guess my question was, while we was running on that subject, was, whenever you're in a relationship and you get out of one, don't you have to prepare yourself if you plan on going into another relationship? In other words, getting rid of that luggage and leaving all that stuff behind, getting yourself together internally before you go out and do the next thing. That's
You
what I
should.
try to get in while y'all doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
If you want to
you
be
should have some
successful in a
time with yourself.
relationship,
Yeah, it's
Definitely
just
have
like
some
when you
time.
had surgery. When you have the surgery and you come out of
Mm-hmm.
surgery, you can't just jump back on the bicycle, start riding the bicycle
That's
again.
true.
You have to take those small steps so that because every relationship has taken something from you. So you gotta
Exactly.
go ahead and take that stuff away and making sure you're replacing it with the right things. Not
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of the relationship, so I'm getting ready to go have a hot girl summer. Now you getting ready to add more
You gonna have
luggage.
some hot, all right.
Right. Ro-
Well,
all you is in rotation. You're in
Uh-huh.
rotation with the next one.
you have to do some emotional maintenance. That's where you go on,
Yeah.
Sparkle. That's called emotional maintenance. You
Mm-hmm.
definitely have to get your emotions intact before you can focus on someone else. Otherwise, you're bringing in those soul ties that you guys talked about before, and that's
Oh, hello.
baggage. Nothing but
That's
baggage.
a whole nother conversation right there.
It is.
Right
And
there.
for bleeding on
Soul
people.
ties.
You bleeding on
Soul
everybody
ties.
around. You touch. You get a little
Good.
blood, you get a little blood.
You
You
get,
get
you get some, you get some, you get
And some of them soul ties need to be cut all the way
Oh,
at
tell
the
them
my
right
root.
goodness.
Cut and
Period.
Right.
burn, baby.
Pull them up, cut them.
There you go.
burn them.
I
what they
really,
say
really
about
wish
a
we
woman
had
too.
more time for this because it is, I mean, we really getting deep into this. You guys are throwing it, you throwing them boomerangs out there. But if you have it, write down the link. The link is right here on the screen. Write down the link, take a picture with your phone, subscribe to the magazine. I have my copy. It's an awesome copy. And you know what? The fact that you touch on melanin relationships, that's really
Mm-hmm.
what drew me. You know, we could talk about relationships in general all day long,
Mm-hmm.
but we know melanin relationships are different. We
Very.
have different experiences. We've gone through different things. And so when you talk relationships, I don't feel that you should bundle them all together into one because we're different. The races are different. You know, our backgrounds are different. And so we need to have something like this where we can go
Definitely.
to our culture and find out information. Take a picture,
Exactly.
you guys. Take a picture of the screen so that
The
you
little
will
bitty.
have the link. You can always do the replay, go back and get it. But I'm telling you, this is something you want to get because the information is amazing. The information is amazing. So I want you all to take a picture of that. We're getting to the end. We got to get out of here, you guys. I so
Thank
appreciate
you for
all of
having us.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
for having us.
I appreciate you, Natalie, for getting us and connecting with us with all of these beautiful people. You know, anytime you guys want to come back on, we are here every Monday doing relationships. So I
Y'all need
was
to come
happy
back
to
next
say,
Monday.
yes, this relationship segment is information you can actually use.
Yeah.
And
I
you
don't
can
have to do the
ask a
disclaimer.
question. You know, like
Right.
the beautiful part about it is you don't have to be stuck in nothing by yourself. Ask
Nothing.
Doreen comes back and answer your question. If she don't have the answer, she will find the
We
answer.
got it.
So that's the beautiful thing about it. What we're trying to say is nobody is alone. You're not in this by yourself. Ask your
At all.
question. We're not gonna go look you up on Facebook or look your social. We're not doing all that. We're just gonna answer your question.
Now we
And
might
that's
have
one of the
Mr.
great things
Byron.
about the magazine, Gina, that forgot to mention is there are live links in the magazine.
In the magazine.
So you can reach out and, like Sparkle said, ask your question to any one of the contributors.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm going to jump down in the green room. I'm going to bring my brother up so that he can close it out. But I just want to say thank you all. The information was definitely good information. I'm glad I didn't know that, Natalie, that we could reach out with those links. You'll be hearing from me. Thank you guys. I'm going to bring Greg on and he's going to close out for everyone. And thank you all for coming on and sharing your experience. It's so much appreciated.
Thanks for having me.
And Stephen, it's Melanin and Marriage magazine. He
Melanin
said,
and
what's the
Marriage.
name? Melanin and Marriage magazine.
Did I Greg? You there, bro?
I think
Hello?
you're frozen.
I think you froze.
Yep. It's on you, Moby.
Well, that's our brother. We closing out. But wait, hold on. He trying to come out there a little bit. But the I guess the thing they wanted to know, let y'all know, is that anytime y'all want to come back, Lord, please let us know. This has been a real
Thank
cool
you.
show. This is
Thank
gonna be
you.
one of those shows we can repeat over and over again, but we just don't want to repeat this one over and over again. We want to have a couple of them. Man, this will be a beautiful thing. I mean, we don't have to do that disclaimer, you know, and I got to go crazy to tell people the views expressed on this Dope Living TV ain't necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or those affiliates. If you don't like it, get your own damn show. I don't have to do that.
That part.
So it is what it is.
Straightforward. That's communication.
It is what it is.
Great.
We understood. Hey,
Right, 10-4.
get your own.
Get your own.
So again, thanks for coming through, y'all.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you for
us.
having us.
You for
Have a
having
great
us.
one.
Bye. Bye, Greg.